Welcome back to Easily Explained, where today we will be talking about the simple and complete predicate. So let's get started. So to understand the simple and complete predicate, we first have to know what a predicate is. A predicate is a word or a group of words that states something about the subject. For example, if we have the sentence, Melanie draws. And we know that since Melanie is telling who draws, Melanie is our subject in this sentence. So think of predicate, especially the simple predicate, as just the verb and anything that comes after that. Because if we look at the definition, a predicate is a word or a word group that states something about the subject. So the word draws is saying something about Melanie, that she draws. So now when we talk about simple and complete predicates, a simple predicate is the main word or words that state something about the subject, while the complete predicate is the verb and any words that describe or add to its meaning. So like the verb cannot stand by itself, and that's why the rest of the sentence is there. That would be part of the complete predicate. Let's add on to our previous example. Melanie draws a picture. So let's identify the simple predicate. So like I've stated before, the simple predicate is usually just the verb, or in some cases, a verb phrase. And if you don't remember what a verb phrase is, go rewatch our video on verbs. But just to give a general refresher, a verb phrase is a verb along with its helping verb. So if you have anything like Melanie has drawn a picture, has drawn would be the verb phrase, and that would be the simple predicate. But since in this case we don't have any helping verb, we just have one action verb, we know that our simple predicate is just draws. So if we take this sentence and try to find our complete predicate, it includes a simple predicate, and it's basically just the rest of the sentence other than the subject itself. So I want to quickly go over this example because it can be a little bit difficult to identify the simple and complete predicate with a question. So questions, like I've mentioned before, the easiest thing to do with questions is to write it in a sentence. You are listening. Now it's much easier to see you as the subject. Are listening is both the simple predicate and the complete predicate. Now, when we talk about a sentence like this, or the one that we first looked at that was just Melanie draws, when nothing else adds to the verb or the verb phrase, then that phrase is both the simple and complete predicate. So are listening is your simple predicate and your complete predicate. Whereas if we were adding to the sentence, are you listening to his speech? So then when we converted it to a sentence, you are listening to his speech. The to his speech part would come in the complete predicate. But since there's nothing else added in the question or the sentence, are listening, the verb phrase, is both the simple and complete predicate. Now it's time for practice. Underline the simple predicate and box the complete predicate in each sentence below. Pause the video now and complete the practice. Alright, let's go over number 1. The biker is very nice to me. So the first thing that we're going to do, in a different color, we're just going to identify the subject. This is a great thing to do because when we're thinking of the complete predicate is basically all the words other than the subject. So now we know that is very nice to me is going to be our complete predicate. So let's start with our simple predicate first. We learned that it is usually verbs or verb phrases. So is our verb in this case. And then we said everything other than the subject for complete predicate is very nice to me. Is the complete predicate. Now, if you need to be able to identify the subject to identify the predicate. So if you thought the subject was me, it probably messed you up. Alright, so I is your subject because it's modifying traveling, which is our verb, and therefore it's our simple subject, and there's no helping verbs attached to it. And then complete predicate is the entire phrase, travel very far to get to work. Number 3 is a question. So we are going to, again, reword the question into a sentence. This is a nice little trick to make it a little bit easier to identify the parts of a sentence. So you is the subject, and our hearing is a verb phrase, so that's going to be included in the simple predicate because are is a helping verb. Make sure to go rewatch the verbs video to get a full list of all of the helping verbs. And are hearing this is the complete predicate. And lastly, we have please work with me. So this is one of the sentences that we went over in the subjects video. So go rewatch that if you were confused on this, where you is the understood subject because I'm giving a command to someone. So it's understood that I'm talking to them or that I'm talking to you. So if you is the subject in this case, let's identify the verb would be work, and the rest of it would be the complete predicate. So basically in this case, the entire sentence is the complete predicate because the subject is not included in the sentence, it's just understood.
Congratulations, you are now an expert at the simple and complete predicate. We hope this video really helped, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!